Hi, good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for joining this evening's hour-long Vinyasa flow and restorative class. So the first portion of the class, we are going to move into a yoga flow, and then we'll come down to the ground and move through some final restorative postures to release, relax, unwind, and prepare for a really deep, peaceful rest of your evening and sleep. So for today's practice, we are going to need a few things. 2 blankets. I have here a bit of a thicker blanket and then a thinner one. If you have too thick, awesome. If you have a blanket and a towel, that works great too. And then you will need 2 pillows. The thicker the better on these 2 pillows. And then 1 head pillow or just any additional third pillow. But these 2 are going to be to prop us up, and this one is a bit more for comfort to put behind the head. The same thing with the blankets. 1 is thicker to prop us up, and 1 is to drape over our bodies. So that's the difference in the thickness there if you have a preference. So I'll give you a moment to gather your household prop items. And then you can go ahead and just move those off to the side or in front of your mat. We do not need them for the first portion of practice. If you do have blocks that you want to incorporate into practice, great. I will not cue them in, but if you have them and you know how to use them and want to incorporate those into tonight's flow, go ahead. All right, so we will be focusing tonight on twists, on twisting, releasing. Just a little bit of background on the benefits of a twist. There are so many, but essentially to simplify it, so to say, when we twist our body in this practice, we are intentionally compressing an organ and temporarily restricting blood flow to a part of the body. So you can think of that as almost like wringing out a wet towel. We're ridding all of the toxins, all of the stale energy, the stale blood. And so then when we untwist, that area of the body gets rushed with all new blood, oxygen, nutrients, and all the good stuff. So again, back to the towel analogy, if we're wringing out that towel, when we untwist, you can think of it like dunking that towel in a brand new, fresh bin of water. All right, so we'll go ahead and get started. So finding a comfortable seat. If you want to prop your seat up on one of your pillows or blocks, feel free to do so, or sit firmly on the ground. Close your eyes. Allow the hands to fall onto the thighs. Palms up for a more receiving hand position. Down for a bit more grounding. And if one doesn't come to you immediately, sometimes I like to play around with both options and see which one resonates. Taking these next few moments to arrive into your space, your body, your breath. Arrive into this part of your day. Arrive with a place of kindness, from a place of kindness rather, from a place of softness, of curiosity over judgment, a bit of neutrality, checking in from the seat of the observer, recognizing where you're at, right here, right now. Trusting your process. Trusting this is exactly where you're supposed to be. And as I mentioned, we're going to be twisting today. So thinking on anything that you want to release. Maybe that's something specific. Maybe that's a general sensation or feeling. And now thinking of something that you want to bring in. Again, maybe something specific, or a feeling of newness, freshness, lightness. Taking a deep inhale, bring that in. Breathe in whatever you want to invite into your practice. And exhale, begin to release whatever it is you want to release. Inhale, breathe in, invite in that specific or general sensation, feeling thing. Breathe out, let go, release, unwind. One more deep inhale, breathe in. And exhale, let it go. Knowing that this breath, with this visualization, is available to you throughout your practice to bring you back to an intention, back to the present moment. Bringing your hands to heart center and setting on your intention. Maybe that's in line with something we've already been working with the theme that I offered, or something personal and different. Inhale, breathe that in. And exhale, let the air go. Deflate the body, open the eyes. Inhale, reach your prayer up to the sky. Lengthen through the side body. Reach up through the fingertips and the crown of the head while you root down through your seat and gently tuck the abs. Inhaling here once more. Breathe in, lift up. And exhale, take our first twist to the right. Make it really easy, really accessible, really subtle. Inhale, reach the arms back up, twist the body back to center. And exhale, twisting to the left. Inhale, arms sweep back up. And exhale, twist to the right this time. Find a little bit more depth. So maybe that looks like crawling your right fingertips back behind the body and away from the seat. And then allowing the left hand to come across the body and find its way to the outside of the right thigh, adding a bit of pressure to the palm to twist the body a little deeper. Inhale to lengthen from the base of the seat up through the crown of the head. Exhale, twist, maybe visualizing, wringing out the towel like it's your torso. Inhaling here once more, broaden through the chest, the heart, the collarbone. Exhale, twist, maybe the gaze starts to come over the right shoulder. Gently, slowly, with control, unwind and come all the way to center. Inhale, the arms sweep back up high to the sky. And exhale, take a twist to the left. Again, moving through the options to potentially create a bit more depth in your twist. Using the breath to guide you. An option to close the eyes. Melt the shoulders down the spine. Stay lifted through the heart, the crown of the head. One more deep inhale, breathe in. One more exhale, release. And then gently, slowly, twisting your way back to center. Inhale, arms reach up, sweep up. And exhale, let them float out in front of you and come up and over your body and onto all fours. Moving through a few rounds of cat and cow. So inhaling to cow, arch the spine, send the heart forward. Broaden through the seat, lift the gaze. Exhale, cat, round the spine, dome the back, press into the mat. Inhale, cow, drop the belly, lengthen through the front of the throat. Exhale, cat, belly button to spine. Gaze drops towards belly button. One more round. And then begin to bring in any movement that feels good. Any instinctual sways or circles. Invitation to close the eyes here. Feel your way through this. We'll be rolling out the hips, sitting back to momentary mini child's pose. And finding your way to neutral. Inhaling, the left arm sweeps up high to the sky, twist open to the left. And then exhale, thread the needle, sweep the left arm in between the right arm and the right thigh. Coming down into the shoulder, the left side of the face rests on the mat. Breathing into the left shoulder. And finding a gentle twist here. Maybe that right arm reaches up to the sky and then finds its way to your low back. Guiding your heart a bit more open to the right. If you decided to move through that option, go ahead and place your hand back down on the ground where it started. And your next inhale lifts you up and floats that left arm back up high to the sky. And exhale brings the left palm to the mat. Move through one round of cat and cow, wash that out. And then moving through this on the right side, inhale, the right arm sweeps up high, gaze follows, lift up through the arm. And exhale, thread the needle, arm moves through the left side, come onto the right shoulder and the right side of the face. Breathing here. Same option with the left arm. Bringing it to your low back. Or maybe the fingertips find their way into the hip crease on the right side. Gently returning the left hand back to where it started on the mat. Inhale, the right arm sweeps up high to the sky. And exhale, placing it back down on the ground. Shaking the hips from side to side. Moving through a cat and cow. And then go ahead and step back to a high plank. Breathing here for 5, 4, 3, press through the palms. 2, squeeze the glutes, engage the legs. And 1, downward facing dog, lift the hips. Drop the head, drop the heels. Press the palms through the earth, spread all 10 fingers wide, rotate armpits in towards space. Lengthen through the spine, press the heart towards the tops of the thighs. Inhale, lift up high into the balls of the feet. Exhale, take baby steps to the top of the mat. And we'll meet in a forward fold. Placing the right palm on the ground. Inhale, sweep the left arm high to the sky, bend the right leg, straighten the left leg. Press into the right palm, lift up through the left fingertips, gaze can come up to the left hand. Find this deep twist and IT band stretch all along the left side. One more inhale here. Exhale, go ahead and sweep the left arm down. Switch your palms so the left palm's on the mat. Switch your legs so you're bending into the left knee, straightening through the right. And then your next inhale sweeps your right arm up to the sky. Settling into this twist, into this sensation. Visualizing the benefits as they work their way through this twist, through your body. One more inhale, reach through the right fingertips. And exhale, bring the right arm back down to the ground, straighten both legs, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive up to the sky, extended mountain pose, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, take a T-twist to the right. So your left arm moves forward, right arm moves back in space. Hips are square, so the tendency here is to draw that right hip back as we twist to the right. So you want to go ahead and use your right foot, especially the heel, to move the right hip forward in space, and then draw the left hip back. And you can even look down and see that the hips are square. One more inhale here. Reach the hands away from the body. Exhale deeply. Inhale, sweep that right arm forward so it meets the left. Both arms sweep up. Inhale. And exhale, T-twist to the left. Ensuring hips are square on each side. Lifting up through the spine, through the crown of the head. Breathing here. Maybe your gaze moves over the left hand. Inhale, sweeping the left arm to the front to meet the right. Both arms sweep up high. Maybe take a back bend. And then go ahead and forward fold. Wash that out, let it go. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, high plank. Option to move through a flow if that's in your practice, and if you want a bit more of a heated flow before we move towards restorative. Personally, I like to take things a bit more easeful to prep me for a restorative practice. So I'm just going to head straight back into a really subtle downward facing dog. Bend my knees, press through the palms, and then slightly straighten my legs. Meeting in a down dog, wherever, however you decided to go. And recognizing that that is the practice of yoga. It's not what we do or the poses where we land. It's the how and the why and the journey that moves us through these shapes. Inhale, lift the right leg up high to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend the knee, open up the hip, and find this subtle twist even in this shape. Inhale, back to three-legged dog, straighten the right leg, flex the foot, press through the palms, reach out through the right heel. Exhale, right knee to left elbow, twist. Inhale, draw the knee to center, tiger curl. And exhale, step the foot through. We're in a low lunge. Inhale, sweep the arms up high to the sky, high lunge. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, shift the heart forward. Exhale, take a twist to the right. So maybe your twist is a floating one, and the elbows are lifted and parallel to the ground. Or maybe you begin to dip, so the left elbow hooks over the right thigh. Option here to stay with your hands in prayer in front of your heart. If you want to begin to fly, open the arms. Or maybe take a bind. 3 options, 3 layers to this shape, all of which you get all of the benefits of this shape, of this twist. Breathe your way through this. Every inhale, create space and compression. And every exhale, twist a little deeper. One more inhale. One more exhale, bring your hands back to heart center wherever they are. Inhale brings you back to center, up to your high lunge. And exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And exhale, side angle pose. So again, options here, a traditional side angle pose, where your right forearm's on top of the right thigh and the left arm's lifted high to the sky. Or you can begin to tee out the arms here as well. Or go ahead and find a bind here. And begin to twist. 3 deep breaths wherever you are. Inhale, lengthen from the left outer edge of the foot up through the crown of the head. Exhale, bend a little more deeply into that right knee. Inhale, breathe in your intention. Exhale, find that release of anything you do not need. One more deep inhale. One more exhale. And wherever you are, coming out slowly and meeting back up in a warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the mat. Either travel through your flow or come right back to downward facing dog. Inhale, the left leg reaches up high, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Inhale, three-legged dog. Flex the left foot. Press the heart towards the top of the right thigh. Feel your way into the shape. One more inhale here. And exhale, bring the knee to the right tricep. Find your twist here. Can you lift the knee a little higher? Press into the palms and up and out of the shoulders. Inhale, suck the knee into center. Tiger curl, come high into the ball of the right foot. And exhale, step it through, low lunge. Inhale, sweep your arms up high to the sky, high crescent lunge. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, shift your heart space forward, press into the ball of the right foot. Exhale, find that twist to the left. So again, option to stay in a floating twist or begin to move the right elbow over the outside of the left thigh. Option to fly the arms, option to bind. Whatever option you go for, ensuring that you're keeping the integrity of the shape, prioritizing that over any type of variation that you think you should be doing. Breathing here, lengthening through the spine, opening through the heart. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Maybe bringing to mind that specific thing or feeling that you're releasing. Feel it leaving the body. Feel the twist start to work its magic. Wherever you are, bringing the hands back to prayer. Inhaling back to center and up to your high crescent lunge. And exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And exhale, side angle on this side. Choosing whichever of the options that we worked through on the other side. Maybe the same, maybe different. Wherever you are, finding an openness in the heart. Engage the core. Press through the outer edge of the right foot. Bend into the left knee. Taking 3 deep breaths. And meeting back in a warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the mat. And find your way back to a downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to high plank. Exhale, drop the knees. And either sit onto the heels or cross the legs out in front of you and come back to your easy seat. Whichever seat you choose, close your eyes. Allow the breath, the energy, the yang type of a practice begin to settle. As the heartbeat starts to slow down, the breath returns to a normal pattern of inhalations and exhalations through the nose. Maybe taking a few deep intentional breaths to guide yourself towards a place of a bit more stillness. And checking in here. What works for you as a transition to move from a bit more of a heated flow down to the earth for a more grounding, restorative practice. Honoring the movement practice we just experienced. Being grateful for all that it provides. Now letting that go. Transitioning to this present moment. Transitioning from heat, from movement, from sky, from flow, and down to the earth. Feel yourself become a little heavier. Feel your seat root into the ground. Start to feel all the muscles begin to melt away from the bones of the body. We're going to transition into restorative with a box breath. So breathing to my count. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Last one. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Take a breath in and a breath out. Return back to your normal breath and know that that box breath is available to you throughout your restorative practice. Do not need my go-ahead or permission to find your way back to that breath pattern. And gently opening your eyes, we'll go ahead and set up for our first restorative pose. So taking your props and having them nearby, if they're not already, mine are pretty near. And first you're going to grab your blanket, and a bit of a thicker blanket between the two, if that's an option for you. And go ahead and fold it up into either a square or a rectangle. And place it on your mat. And this doesn't have to be in any super specific way. Okay. And then right behind the blanket, actually, you know what, I'll put my blanket here. I think that's a little bit clearer of a view for you guys. And right now in front of the blanket, we're going to place the two pillows right at the edge of the blanket. You can move your other props off to the side, or if you want to drape the second blanket over you once we get into the shape, you can absolutely do that. All right. So lining up so that you're sitting right at the edge of the two pillows and placing the outside of your left thigh right up against the edge of the pillow. So your legs are almost like in a Z-like shape. The bottom, the sole of the left foot, can come onto the top of the right thigh as the right leg folds a bit behind you. So look down and see this Z-like shape with the left thigh parallel to the pillow, the shin out in front of your body, and then the right leg Z'd out behind you. Once the pillows are nice and snug to the leg, you're sitting on your blanket. If you didn't see already, you're going to go ahead and twist to the left towards the pillows, and then melt your body down on the pillow. And if you need a bit more of a prop here, you need more height on your stack, go ahead and grab that third pillow, or you can fold up the third or the second blanket and put it on top of the stack. If you don't need the second blanket for a stack, you can drape it over your body. And twisting towards the pillows, and then folding out on top of them. And if you need to scooch or slightly rearrange the shape to provide a bit more comfort, absolutely go ahead and do that. But when you're ready, settling down onto the stack of the pillows, let the arms drape to either side. And I prefer to be on my left cheek, the cheek of the side of the body we're working on, but you can try it out, whatever cheeks feels good for you. And you can always switch halfway. I will cue you to do so. So closing your eyes, melting into this shape. Releasing any held tension, energy, stress that may be lingering in the body. Unhinging the jaw. Floating the tongue so it rests behind the bottom teeth. And if you scan the body and find that there's anywhere that feels like you're still holding a bit of energy, a good trick or practice to do is squeeze that part of your body. So for me right now, my legs still feel like they're gripping onto the mat just a bit. So I'm going to go ahead and squeeze and engage my legs. Take a big breath in. And then exhale and let it go. Let the legs go. Release any energy, any tension, any grip. Hand over all control of your body to gravity. Being grateful for the support of Mother Earth. Recognizing the support of the props. Maybe finding a bit of relief in knowing that the less you do here, the more you receive. So it's not often in life where that's the case. Enjoy that, savor it. Release, let go. And if you would like to go ahead and switch your cheek. So turn your head to the other side. Go ahead and do so now. Fully surrender. Trust your body, trust the pose. Trust in the fact that all you need to do is be and breathe. Where can you soften? Where can you release a little more in each exhale? And when you're ready, gently, so slowly, like we're moving through honey, and place your palms down on the ground and press into the earth and roll yourself up to sit through a rounded spine. Head is the last thing to come up. And go ahead and straighten that right leg out. Press your left palm down on the mat, right behind your left hip. And go ahead and lift up to a stargazer. Lift the right arm up high. Come onto the shin of the left leg and the foot of the right. Inhale here. Then exhale as you float your seat down to the mat. Good. Crossing the right leg back to an easy seat. And then option here, you can either just switch your body around or take your stack of props and put them on to the right side. And when you're ready, aligning yourself so the outside of your right thigh meets the stack of your pillows, your props. And the shin is parallel to the side of the mat. And then go ahead and move the left leg back in space so the right sole of the right sole of the foot is resting right by the top of the left thigh. So again, our legs are in this Z-like shape. And then we can begin to twist to the right, to the right, to the right. You can bring your blanket with you, of course. And then begin to fold over our props. And the arms drape out to the side. Close your eyes. And start to find that deep release through this twist. Maybe briefly taking note of how different this side feels. Finding your breath. Always an option to move through that box breathing if that was had a really calming effect on your body, your mind, your overall being. Maybe on this side, taking note of where the mind goes when the body finds stillness. Again, with no judgment, with a light, soft curiosity. Just a practice. Hanging heavy in this shape. Being and breathing here. Let go. If you would like to switch your cheek by turning your head to the other side, go ahead and do so now. Taking 3 more deep breaths in this shape. Breathe in. Release. 2 more. Breathe in. Exhale, let it go. Last one. Breathe in. Fill up your body with breath. And exhale, side out the mouth. And gently and slowly walking your hands towards your body, placing your palms on the mat. And pressing up to a seat. Rolling through the spine. Head is the last thing to come up. And then lengthening the left leg out long, so the sole of the right foot meets the inside of the left leg. Placing your right palm on the mat behind your right hip. And then inhaling, lifting your seat, coming onto the right shin, the left foot, pressing up into Stargazer, moving your hips forward and your heart up and back. Taking an inhale here and exhale as you use your core to lower your seat back down onto the mat. And crossing the left leg in front of you, coming back into an easy seat. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale, let it go. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down the spine. 2 more times. Really nice. Now we're going to make our way down to our backs. So moving the props off to the side for a moment. And then placing the blanket, the thick blanket, down on the mat. You can unfold it 1 time. Really nice. Having that extra blanket handy. And grabbing your 2 pillows as well as your head pillow. You can place your head pillow up towards where your head will be, whichever way you situate. And then just come down to lie onto your back, bringing one of the thick pillows with you. Your feet are planted on the ground, and your head can rest on your head pillow. Take a moment here. Find a long supported spine on the earth. Allow the sacrum to rest heavy, rooted down into the mat. And then drawing one knee up at a time towards your body. We're going to take an easy spinal twist, one in each direction. So allowing our knees to flop over to the right first, and you can take any variation that you would like. You can have the support of the pillow be underneath the knees, so the pillow on the ground and the knees on top of the pillow. Or if you have a little bit more space and mobility in your spine, you can put the pillow in between your knees and then drop the knees over to the right. Choosing your option, you may need to scoot your hips back to the left a bit. Cactusing or teeing out the arms. And rotating the head to the left. Again, option to take that second blanket and drape it over your body. Close your eyes, beginning to breathe, and melt in this shape. Every inhale to lengthen the spine, send breath through the body, and every exhale, just surrender to this twist, to gravity, and to your physical body as it takes over. Maybe you recognize with each exhale, the body softens. A deeper release trickles through your vessel. Maybe that wet towel wringing out any stale air, oxygen, energy, blood cells, thoughts, emotions. Maybe that wringing out of all of that through the twist comes to mind. Knowing that on the other side of each twist, of each compression, just like in life, on the other side of each time that we move through something difficult, something that feels like this twist, this compression, the other side is always a deep release. Staying in twist is the true practice. Moving through the challenge is where we learn and grow. So while the release and the relief and the ease of the other side is joyous and luxurious and feels so good, it's the twists in life that are represented here in our body and that determine our character. And gently rolling your head back to neutral, lifting your knees up to center, and drawing your knees towards your chest, and rocking and rolling from side to side along the sacrum. And then scooching the hips a bit to the right. And guiding the knees to fall to the left. And cactusing out the arms if they lost their shape. And rolling the head to the right. Closing the eyes. And whereas I guided you through the other side, this side, enjoy the silence, surrender to the softness, and my voice will come back to guide you out. Taking a deep inhale, a deep exhale, and breathing through 5 more rounds of deep breath on your own. Inhaling, bringing in what you want to bring into your practice, to your life, that intention you set on in the beginning of class. And exhale, release anything you do not need. Inhale, breathing in love, light, joy, peace. Exhale, release, restore, let go. And gently moving your head back to center, and then lifting your knees up, removing the prop if it's in between your thighs, placing your feet down on the mat, and then bringing the outside edges of your feet to the outside edges of the mat, and allowing your knees to fall in together towards each other. Windshield wipering the legs from side to side, washing through the low back, and bringing the spine back to neutral. And then rolling over onto one side and pressing up slowly and gently to a seated position. We're going to move into Shavasana, our final resting pose. If you would like a standard Shavasana, just lying flat on your mat, that is a beautiful option, and you can go ahead and move into that now. Take a little bit of an early Shavasana, a few extra moments. That is absolutely a welcomed choice. If you would like a restorative version of Shavasana, stacking those 2 thick pillows and placing them at the bottom of your mat. Taking your thicker blanket folding it into a rectangle. Once you have the rectangle, go ahead and roll it into a tube the longer way. Placing the tube on the mat, we're going to drape our spine over this tube-like shape. So beginning to sit your seat right at the edge of the tube-like shape you created with the blanket. We're going to drape our spine over the tube and then lift our legs up onto the stacked pillow shape. So whatever way you want to get into that, I like to put my legs on the pillow first, get all set there, grab my blanket to drape on top of my body. And then if your tube shape is long enough where you can roll in the edge of it and create a little pillow for underneath your head, cool, perfect. If you want to use your third pillow for your head, that's an option there as well. Gently lowering the spine over the rolled up blanket, resting the back of the head on the blanket or the pillow, and getting all nice and comfortable. Closing the eyes, feeling the shoulders and the arms as they drape over the side of the tube, and rest heavy on the earth. Whatever shape you are in, finding this deep, complete, total release. Feeling all of the benefits of these twists wash through your body. Maybe you can briefly tap into that revitalized, fresh energy. And the feeling of the new blood, the fresh oxygen that we guided into our bodies by moving through the compressions. Do you feel a little bit lighter, a little bit more open, a little bit more restored? Softening all of the micro muscles of the face, softening each part of the body. Allow yourself to be cradled in your space in this shape. Let go. Feeling the openness of the heart. Smoothness of the space between the eyebrows, the third eye. An overall sense of calm, restorative energy. Option to stay here in this shape as long as you would like. If you would like to guide yourself into a full Shavasana, finding a few minutes or many minutes of complete silence. Enjoy that, savor that. If you would like to gently move out, begin to wiggle fingers and toes. Maybe draw one knee into the body and then the other. Roll over onto one side. And then press yourself up to an easy seat. Spine long, eyes closed. Allow the hands to fall on the tops of the thighs. Just take this all in. How do you feel? Inhale, breathe that in. Exhale, release. Bringing your hands to heart center. Taking a moment to honor this practice of moving ourselves into compression, into a twist, into a momentarily uncomfortable space. Knowing that the release on the other side provides so many benefits. Recognizing, reflecting on how that mirrors so many of the experiences we move through in our lives. Taking a moment to honor your intention. Honor whatever it is that you wanted to bring in, create space for in this practice, and what you wanted to release. Finally, taking a moment to honor yourself for showing up on your mat, for moving, being, and breathing exactly as you are. I thank you so, so much for practicing with me. Namaste. Thank you, guys. I hope this provided a deep release, some peace and restoration. The rest of my schedule for the rest of the week is up on my Instagram page. It's also on my website, which is jennarothyoga.com. I am also offering private sessions through FaceTime, Zoom, whatever platform you feel most comfortable with. If there's something that you're looking to work on that you would like some one-on-one direction for, whether that's in your movement or yoga practice or meditation. And the last thing is these are donation-based classes, so if your donation is your time and your energy and participation, thank you so much. That is very much valued. If you do have something to give, my Venmo name is on my Instagram, and it's also Jenna-Roth-1. Thank you so, so much. Bye.